Welcome to Barcelona for a hugely anticipated Formula 2 race day.
And they're off and we're underway in Barcelona with a good start for Charles Leclerc.
Charles Leclerc wins!
Yes!
The sprint race is underway and straight into the lead goes Nicholas Latifi. Wow, like a rocket! Latifi, that's the leader of the race, and he's thrown it all away. I don't believe it. He's thrown it off the road and lost the lead with hardly any time to go in this race. And suddenly, first place becomes third. Nobuharu Matsushita wins at Barcelona.
Hello everybody, welcome, and I would like to welcome you to the second episode of the Charles Leclerc career mode. We're here in Catalunya for the second race of the Formula 2. If you haven't seen the first one, I would highly recommend checking out the first video I made. And yeah, I'll leave it into the link in the description down below. What's a hard man? So we're heading into the track and practice session. I didn't have much time to practice actually. I was feeling pretty confident since I did a league race recently in Catalunya, so I felt pretty confident. So I really knew the braking zones and stuff. So we have Louis Delatraz in front of us, and yes, I actually learned some of the names, so I'm not gonna be that rusty. So heading into the left-hander here, we go to the throttle very early and we crash ourselves out of the practice session. Basically, we finished the practice session in about like lower 10th place. It was actually not very good. As we're gonna go to the qualifying session, we are now reducing the fuel. I actually don't really change the setup since I think it's a little bit fair, since the AI I believe are not changing their setups as well. So yeah, it's a very sunny and beautiful day in Catalunya, in Barcelona. Honestly, not my favorite track, but fairly better than Bahrain. We'll see how we do. So yeah, we saw the video of the real life Grand Prix happening, and now I'm gonna commentate you on the lap. So heading into the main, so we're gonna start the lap right now. So honestly, didn't have many expectations. Was pretty disappointed, and I was pretty pumped for this race since the first one didn't end very well. I'm not gonna spoil it too much for you. You can see, you can watch it yourselves. But yeah, the first race didn't go very well. We were not really on the pace. We were doing silly mistakes. And in Catalunya, I felt better. I felt really good as we go to the gas really late and cruise to the chicane here. This chicane is pretty tricky, but with the Formula 2 cars it's not as tricky as like the Formula 1 cars, especially if you tried the Automobilista Formula hybrid cars. It's pretty tricky, you can lose everything there. So the hairpin was done pretty correctly, and yeah, heading into the last sector of this lap, we did a fairly good lap. We're on good pace. Actually, yeah. Oh, and I haven't mentioned I'm not using any assist at all, apart from auto shifting, since I don't have any pedals, so I'm basically screwed. So yeah, we do 126.1, which gets us into 4th place, which is very nice. So we have Matsushita on pole, then Delatraz second, third is Galel, if you pronounce that way, fourth is us, then we have Catalunya, Neto, King, Kamara, Markelov, and others. So now we're gonna head into the race. I'm gonna put some fuel in. You have to put more fuel. I did a test race, so yeah, these guys use lots amounts of fuel. Just put more, and now we're on the grid here in Catalunya. So we have Galil in front of us, and behind us I think it's Kanamadas. It's 5 laps are out and away we go. We get a pretty bad start. We get wheel spin. Oh, we get a hit from Nato's teammate. I believe it's not. No, that's Nato himself. We're gonna dive down the inside line. We're gonna. Yeah, that's a good braking zone. We're gonna go through the first corner, and we have pretty good pace. We're gonna try to overtake Galel on the outside line, but he sticks it. He defends pretty well. Now we're gonna try to dive maybe in. Yes, we overtake Galel. We're up into the podium place. That's a pretty nice start from Charles Leclerc. Now we're heading into the second part of the lap. As we have Galil still on our back, we're trying to gain on these two cars in front of us. Matsushita has been having a pretty terrific weekend in his art car, and Galil is giving us a very hard time. He has the slipstream now, as we need to defend it heading into this hairpin. We brake late, we lock up the rears, but it's still good. We're still good. We're still back in third place. Charles Leclerc is doing an absolute monumental job of this race, and we're very happy. So the chicane, I gain a lot of time through the chicane. As you can see, I get very early on the throttle, and Della just doesn't really know what to do. I'm getting into this slipstream, and look at that. Look at that speed gain. And yes, we're gonna go side by side with Louis Delatraz, and we overtake him. We're up into second position. And look at that in the background. You see Khalil overtakes Louis Delatraz. This is why I love this mod, since the AI are fighting with themselves, not only myself. This mod is really fun. I would highly recommend you to try it. Of course, there's an rfactor 2 mod where you have to pay for that, but still, this mod on rfactor 1 is completely free. Try it out. So we move into more of the later part of the lap, as we have Galel on our back, and he tries to overtake us. Actually, he goes to the inside line. We're gonna try to push the car, and yes, he overtakes us. He actually pushes on the curb, which was not very nice from him. I'm not gonna swear or anything, since I'm gonna keep it PG, but you see Galel has pretty nice pace in the early part of the stint, as he's right on the back of Matsushita. We're gonna try to hang up with those guys. We're gonna try to let them fight and gain back some positions. We're gonna go to the slipstream, and look at that. Galel is trying to go to the inside line of Matsushita. He breaks late. They go side by side. It's a chance for Charles Leclerc. We get a pretty nice section out of turn 2, and we get on the outside line of Galel. Galel tries to push us as wide. He actually does push us wide, but still get it. Now, in our target is Matsushita, the leader, the pole position man, who is having a fairly nice weekend. So yeah, try now to overtake him, but he's pretty quick. Not gonna say less. We're gonna try, and yeah, we didn't overtake him that lap. We're to lap 3, almost out of lap 4. We have a pretty good exit out the last corner, and look at that. We have slipstream, and we're gonna go down to the inside line. We're gonna take the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc is actually where he was meant to be. Not in the back of the grid, but he in the front. So we overtake, we head into the lead, and that's a very nice result for us. Moving on to lap 7, we have Matsushita coming back of us. We actually gained a gap while going through these 3 laps. We gained about 3 seconds. But now Matsushita goes to the inside line. He sticks his nose on the curb, which slows him down, but he gets a good exit out of the second quarter. He goes to the outside line, which won't really work, but it actually working for him. He's gonna go, and no, he actually bails out. He bails out the move. No, he doesn't bail out the move. He's actually giving us a pretty hard time, trying to put Charles Leclerc under pressure. The youngster, the Monegasque, is under pressure from Matsushita, but it doesn't really matter. We all know how tough this young boy is, how skillful he is. He's now one of the hottest prospects in Formula 1. And of course in Formula 2, as Matsushita gets a good exit out of that corner, his straight line speed is fairly quicker than mine since he has slipstream. But we're gonna try to defend. Markelov is actually up in 3rd place. He started up at, I believe, 8th or 9th. He started fairly low, but now he's in 3rd, and he's actually catch Matsushita, which is gonna let us try to run away with the lead. And that's fairly good news for Charles Leclerc. So we're gonna move on to lap 9, where we actually get caught by Artur Markelov. The championship leader is actually cruised back to the race by himself, and yeah, he's giving us a one hell of a fight. And we're gonna try to defend this, getting out of the last corner pretty nicely. We're gonna not give him any slipstream. Charles Leclerc is actually holding the lead. Artur Markelov is second, Matsushita third. We have Giotto fourth, and Galal in fifth. As we go a little bit wide in the first corner, we actually go wide into the third corner as well, but we gain a lot of time since we have the tire left to push. And yeah, Markelov wasn't that much of the threat as I thought it would be, but still, he's very, very fast in that Russian times car. That's why he won the first race. And yeah, Artur Markelov is actually giving us a very, very difficult time. As we go wide on this corner, he actually bumps us into the back. I mean, that's not very nice. As we go wide again, and he actually slips in the middle of that corner, which actually gonna lose time for him. He's gonna go through the outside line. We defend the inside line brilliantly. When we get to the curve, we actually lose a little bit of time. He goes to the outside line of this right hand. We still stick the gas full, the pedal on, and we get him. We actually don't lose the first place. As we see in the background, Matsushita is closing in. Markelov is very close, heading into the main straight. We're gonna need to defend very much from Artur Markelov as he gains the slipstream, and he needs to be careful too since Matsushita is right behind him, and this is why you need to be careful. Matsushita goes to the outside line, the two cars fighting for the second place, and I believe, yes, Matsushita gets it as we're trying to run away, and actually, yes, we did run away. Not by a major gap, but we did kind of run away out of Matsushita and Artur Markelov. This race is proven to be a massively good race. As we head into the S's, we plow down the gas, and we have Matsushita, who actually came out of nowhere, and he's gonna try to overtake us. He has the slipstream, he has the straight line speed. As I said in the first video, the main objective is to have slipstream, and yeah, but he bails out to move into the first corner, and we're good, heading into the third corner. We actually have a little bit of fuel flashing, but no worries. I kinda turned out the shifting off. I actually tried to short shift, and this is how I save fuel. And near the end of the race, really, one strange thing really happened. Some of the cars started pitting. As you see, Artur Markelov is not really behind us anymore. Matsushita is behind it, and Vizou came out of nowhere. So we're gonna head to the line, and Charles Leclerc is gonna win the Catalunya Grand Prix. What a massive job by him, and congratulations to all the Premier team. So yeah, we win the the Catalunya Grand Prix. These are the results. We're gonna head into our home Grand Prix, Monaco Grand Prix, fairly soon. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a nice day, and see you in Monaco. Goodbye.
Armor getting rusty.